Guys, that's right. I'm here in West Medford on Iowa and Narragansett streets, and so far we have very limited information, but here's what I do know. I spoke with some neighbors in the area, and they say they heard a pop go off. They ran outside and tried to see what was going on and immediately called the cops. Well, Dave, Trish, this is probably my 30th time driving over the interchange project, and I can tell you, with practice and repetition, it does become a little bit easier. I spoke with some business owners today who say they cannot wait for this project to be over. Dave, Trish, I'm at Poplar Village in Medford, where I've spoken with several residents of this community. They tell me they are completely shocked at what took place here yesterday. They say normally this is a quiet neighborhood. That is until yesterday.
And Ariana, is there a certain problem area?
Yup, right here at the Middleford parking structure. Now, I just got here a few minutes ago and was talking to a man who was picking his wife up from work, and he says the crime up here is ridiculous, and some of the shop owners I spoke with earlier agree to that. The shop owners say they have been harassed on the way back to their cars. They have seen vomit and even someone smoking methamphetamine. Hey Dave, that's right. I am out driving with Sergeant Don Lane from Medford PD. We are doing what most cops are going to be doing this evening across the nation. Now, as New Year's celebrations have started to begin, you know what that means for officers. A busy night ahead. These 12 dogs regularly pull up to 800 pounds, and they travel at speeds up to 25 miles per hour. Check this out.
Speed up.
Woo! All because of this. Now, there were some high winds as we experienced earlier today, and the reason why Ashland Parks and Recreation decided that it was best to shut part of this street down is because of flying debris. I know I went to Target last night and there were a ton of people, and if you're one of those people that like to sleep in and maybe want to wait a little bit longer, Best Buy actually opens at 8 o'clock. Now, everyone, I just want to ask how everyone's doing now that it's been open a little while. Everyone, how are we feeling this morning? Woohoo! That's what I like to hear. And apparently I'm back in, so that's right, suckers! With your connection, live in Medford, Ariana Rakshani, News 10. Forrest Lewis is not the first person to file a complaint with the Landscape Contractors Board, or LCB.
If I were to shake his hand, I would have to look at my own hand to make sure all my fingers were still there. That's how much I trust him.
Lewis hired Advanced Tree Service and Landscape last December. He says he did not get what he paid for.
When they cut the tree down, they didn't take it all the way down as we had agreed upon. He left a part of the trunk up.
Advanced Tree Service and Landscape ended up taking Lewis to small claims court.
I took care of that. That guy ended up having to pay me because we did the job.
Advanced Tree Service and Landscape Managing Member William Danielson has 9 filed complaints against him with the LCB. The board also tells me there are multiple allegations, including dishonest conduct, hiring employees while his license was exempt, and failing to obtain a permit.
I don't know what you're talking about, dishonest conduct.
The LCB also says Danielson did not have workers' compensation from May 2008 to February 2013. Some other tree company owners say during that time, if one of Danielson's workers got injured on the client's property, the worker could sue the owner. Danielson explains why.
Because I didn't have any employees during the recession, and I was doing most of the work myself, and then I got workman's comp again in 2013.
However, the Oregon Department of Consumer and Business Services issued a penalty against Danielson's company. The agency tells me it's still collecting the nearly $40,000. Lewis says he has one regret, not looking up the company online before hiring its services. Now he wants justice.
1, business license removed if he has one in the city of Medford. 2, his landscaping tree service license removed.
Danielson's current license expires next month. With your connection in Southern Oregon, Ariana Rakshani, News 10. It's the talk of the town.
What the heck?
The growing sinkholes in Harbor have some concerned.
Coming back to this and knowing that half of my home is falling, it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
At 80 feet wide and 50 feet deep.
It's truly unbelievable.
The sinkholes also took down the income of about 10 people.
It's shut us down temporarily until we find out further from ODOT and how long we're really looking at. We are just kind of in a holding pattern.
Fireside manager Theron Fox watched the second sinkhole go down on Thursday afternoon. That was the last day food was served at the 4-month-old restaurant. As you can see, I'm sitting here on the edge of the first sinkhole. Now, Oregon Department of Transportation says the reason behind all of this has to do with an old pipe.
And so it's kind of a combination of that big storm event, tons of water, and an old culvert that's apparently have some issues. And we think it occurred at where there was like a 1928 pipe hooked to a 1970s pipe.
Chris Hunter with ODOT says it's the agency's responsibility. The first sinkhole opened up last month. Since then, the ground has continued to crack along the old pipe's path. Despite the selfies and jokes, it's become a sinking reality for the community.
We made these t-shirts kind of as a joke, and as of last night, my owner was kind of telling me, maybe you should put didn't.
Well, it all started with a day of fishing on the Illinois River, and right before leaving, a man found dozens of letters from the 1940s. It's almost a fairy tale with hopefully a happy ending.
145, 146.
147 love letters.
I love you, baby.
All found here among trash.
I noticed just a pile of letters, and they were scattered all throughout, all the way down to the bottom of the grass down there.
Harlan Taylor read 2 of the letters.
It was amazing, so I picked every one of them up.
He took them home to his wife.
No way. Let me see.
Victoria Taylor started to read some of them.
My dear wife.
It's a love story she could not put down.
This is a true love story from way back in the 1940s. Love, Vic.
Victor Homan professing his love to Lorene Briggs.
I think he's gonna ask her to marry him.
And then to his wife, Lorene Briggs Homan.
He couldn't wait to see her when she, was able to return home.
Victor and Lorene lived in San Diego and were separated because they were in the service.
He loves her like she is a lucky woman.
Now the Taylors have made it their goal.
I miss you.
To get these letters home.
They do need to go back to the rightful owner.
Just as Victor claims his love is forever.
Disfigure those kissable lips.
Their love will live on through these letters. Hopefully there's a happy ending to this love story. If anyone knows or is related to Lorene Briggs Homan or Victor Homan, you can call us at KTVL. With your connection, Ariana Rakshani, News 10.
All right.
Once you go out,
Have a good day.
there may be no coming back. But that's not what the Catalyst crew members are thinking about. They're ready to set the trap.
It's the lifestyle. I like the lifestyle. It's just what I do.
Catalyst Captain Willie Gergen has been crabbing the Oregon coast since he was 18.
Dump it!
He says he's found himself in rough waters multiple times. Some don't make it back to shore. Just last month near Coos Bay, 1 crabber died and 2 are still unaccounted for.
It's pretty bad. It seems like every crab season we lose somebody, And hopefully it's just one boat.
It's something crabber Dakota Cavins faces every season.
It's better to have good thoughts, not think about anything negative.
They all know it comes with the gig. It's Mother Nature, and it's unpredictable.
That's not a good feeling when you're not in control.
Crabbers not in control of the roaring ocean or how many crabs they pull up.
That's what we don't want to see.
The traps aren't always full, but when they are, there's no guarantee you get to keep them all.
See, that's bigger, so these are females. Can't keep females.
The males have to pass the 6 1/4 inch measuring test.
That's keep.
And if they aren't, maybe better luck next year.
Crab season is typically in the winter.
Gergen says the Catalyst makes 70% of its income off of crabbing. One of the best years the boat has seen was back in 2013. It grossed $600,000. One of the worst seasons just last year. The Catalyst grossed $75,000 off the Oregon coast.
Not too many people are getting rich at it.
But for crabbers, that's not what it's about.
You're not in an office, you're out here on the ocean all day, and I wouldn't change it for anything.
One thing the hard workers wish they could change, when they could start keeping and selling their cash crop.
I'll tell you, a month and a half ago, I'd have killed for $2,500.
The crab season usually opens December 1st, but this season opened a month later, January 4th. The reason, unsafe levels of domoic acid, which could cause minor to severe poisoning, even death.
It is stressful when you're planning on having an income soon and there hasn't been a check coming in a while.
Despite the unpredictable conditions in every way, there's one thing that is predictable.
Okay, step back.
The crabber's passion.
I just love being out here. I think it beats anything.
With your connection in Curry County, Ariana Rakshani, News 10. Scheffel's Toys has not always been so PG.
Before that, it was a Marble Corner Saloon.
Store owner Linda Graham knows all about the history of her shop.
Don't let the gray hair fool you, I wasn't here then.
But what was? Almost all of the brick buildings downtown. After 3 major fires in the 1800s, the wooden buildings had to be replaced.
They mandated that anything with adjoining walls had to be done with brick from then on.
Jacksonville's history preserved through old photos, all shot by this man, photographer Peter Britt, who has a special connection to the National Park Service 100th anniversary.
But it was his photographs of Crater Lake that were used in getting Crater Lake established as a national park.
Hi, guys.
For Robert Roos, co-owner of Jacksonville's Magnolia Inn, the city's history keeps ringing in the ears of guests.
The history of the town is very important, and the town has actually grown into itself. It's rather sophisticated and makes a great destination for people.
Hi, how can I help you today?
Graham says it's great to be listed as the 11th best small city, but
we're kind of down. I think we should be a little higher myself, but I'm prejudiced.
maybe better luck next year. With your connection in Jacksonville, Ariana Rakshani, News 10.